The section 5 is northeast, northwest, and south. This is the whole quarter, the whole 160 acres.
On the new property, I would love to see what the west side of the property easement line, like where it lies. Would there be an actual picture of a square showing the property on this document? No.
Book 2137.
Do you have to go to school to learn all this?
No.
No?
All we're really here to do is file documents.
Yeah.
I can show you kind of how to look it up, but just like you have that question, if I know the answer, I can tell you, but I'm not sure, so I don't want to. I'm not an attorney.
Yeah, no, I agree.
This says quitclaim deed, mineral deed, mortgage, amended decree, or whatever. An easement will say EASE for easement, or RW for roadway.
What about if there's pipelines on it?
It'll say easement.
It'll say easement, like gas lines or anything like that?
And these are the book and pages that you'll pull. The section 5 is northeast, northwest, south. This is the whole quarter, the whole 160 acres. But you're wanting the northwest. So anything in this line is what you're going to look for. And this is part of, and this means whole.
So X is part of, one line is whole. So if they took, just say 4 squares and split that up, then it would have an X next to it. They only sold one part of it off. Perfect.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. We are, say hi, boys.
Okay. Are you going or what?
We are at the closing company right now. We just purchased another piece of property that butts up right to the property that our home is on, and it's the one with the lily pad pond that Jeremy's been working on. We'll show you more about that property soon. Have you seen little clips of it? But let's get these papers signed.
I love it. Here.
That's Megan. She's the best closer ever.
All that documentation. The rest, I printed it or just emailed it to you.
It's good. I think I got it.
29.
Don't be so silly. So why don't you tell us about the new property?
I got this. So guys, the new property is amazing. We already have a stand up there. The first time we sat there, we saw a little buck. All day today, we've been having deer on the camera, and then we've been having a bunch of pictures all through the week, so we had it out there. But yeah, pretty cool.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't have to worry about that then. Okay.
No. You don't. You're good.
Alright, so what are we doing now?
Why don't you tell us why you're not going to go up with us?
I'm afraid of heights.
And
Like high. So I'm going down.
this is the best elevator in the city of Tulsa. The video's not turning on. Okay, you stay. We'll meet you on the bottom.
Yes.
We're gonna go up and down a few times. Let's go.
Let's go. On, get in.
We just basically finished closing on another little piece of property that connects to us. So we're done buying property. We just bought this it's a piece of a puzzle to finish something out. So
Squaring off some
an
property
area.
lines.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And we've already done sneak peeks of parts of it in previous videos that we didn't share with you. That's where we were, but you'll be seeing them soon once all this rain stops.
Yeah, it's just hunting land. It's nothing special, but we
But
like it.
we like it. And it's got a pond.
And it's got a little pond on it, yeah, that we got to clean up and everything.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Gotta throw some bait out for the dog. So he don't follow us out here.
We are taking you to the new property, which actually butts up and touches our original property, and it has some really great stuff on it. Let's go look.
So we're going to be driving down a road here that was existing on the property, but way grown over, that I've already came through and cleared and opened up most of the way through it. I didn't go all the way through the other side because I don't want people coming back up that side through a property, because it like cuts diagonally right through the property. So we'll take you on the way. Okay, so this is the pond that is on the property. There's only one of them. It's mainly covered with lily pads. I'm sure you've seen this pond in a previous video before we purchased the property, but we had permission from the owner once we made the agreement to purchase it from him that we could come on the property and do whatever. So that's why you've seen that before. We hadn't talked about it. The kids have been fishing in it. Hadn't caught anything really big out of it yet. A lot of small fish. And then one of their friends was over and was doing some top water, and he got hooked onto a big one. You've seen it boil and everything, but it got off, so it didn't get in. So we don't know what is definitely in here yet. So we've wanted a bass pond for the kids because the kids love fishing. So now this property has, you know, a decent sized little pond, and we're gonna try to go in here somehow, some way, and clear out some lily pads, because right now it doesn't look as bad, but usually it's solid lily pads, and the only open spot is right there. So every time you try to fish with anything that isn't top water, like a frog or something, you get hung up, lose your bait out there and stuff. So we're gonna try to come up with something to throw out there and pull out, or something to drag them out, or some YouTube or something to how to do that. But that's gonna be coming up in the near future. So over here on the the south side of the pond, there's persimmon trees right here behind me, which the deer love to eat these. So probably end up setting up a stand over here, over these in the pond, see if any deer come down here and drink or eat on the persimmons. That's a bonus to the property right there, persimmon trees. Okay, so this is an area on the property that I thought looked really good for hunting. It was opened up a little bit, so I came in here with the skid steer and the Vail brush cutter and opened up a pretty decent area of the underbrush and everything. And then we put out a camera over here, one of the Tacticam cell cameras, and we've been getting some good pictures. Nothing major buck size, but it's a couple decent bucks has walked through here, bunch of doe. So I think it's going to be a good rut place to sit, because doe come through here all the time. They usually come from back over that way and come across right here and then shoot across. So we set up a deer stand over here too, right over here in that tree. It's a little close to their trail. I don't like it, but we haven't found a good enough tree to put it to that would be close enough for bow hunting, because we do a lot of bow hunting here. So, you know, bow hunting, you have to be 20-30 yards from the deer. So as long as you're ready when they come through, being pretty close to their trail should be okay.
We are at what we are calling the bedding area, because when we first came out and looked at the property, areas in the field grass that were like nestled down with big huge circle pushes down in it, so we figured that's where the deer were bedding. So this is where we brought one of our cameras out.
Okay, like she said, this is one of the first places we came to other than the pond. and we drove out, which you can see our side-by-side trails, which I wish we hadn't, but we drove out through there, and about right where we stopped, in front of there, you could see just perfect beds. So I originally was going to come in here and mow this down and everything, but since I think that they bed here, and then the property also kind of drops off a little bit on each side, and I think they run this ledge, but we've also got some good pictures of them coming right through here. So we're gonna try to post a couple of those pictures. And what's crazy is there's, you know, this property is connected to our property, so we're not too far away from our main property here. I don't know how many yards, you know, but there's different deer on this property than that goes over to, you know, our original property. It's weird. There's one or two that's came over here that's been over there, but there's some that's over here that don't even go over there to our feeder and everything, you know, that's they can eat at anytime they want. So we'll post some pictures of a couple of deer that we just got off the cart today, like right over here. But anyways, this is an old gas well area. So before I even came in here and mowed anyway, I want to make sure I don't hit anything and blow myself up or anything like that. But it's no longer being used. And we also have a situation just like this on the original property that we bought. So maybe one day we'll call somebody, have it come cleaned up or something like that. But other than that, I'm not too worried about it. I have a bunch of smaller trees. There's a few big trees here. I'd like to set up a stand here that's good for north and south winds, since that's what we pretty much have all the time. I really think those deer will come right through here and be able to have a good opportunity to harvest one.
Be careful, please. Here's a little washout area on the very end of our property. It's pretty. Okay. I almost just stepped on that, you guys. Ah! Where'd it go? It scared the poop out of me. What was it?
Well, there you have it. That's a little tour of our property that we just purchased. Nothing really special about it. It's mainly just hunting land. That's why there's not a whole lot to show you. But that's just the highlights of it, which we're gonna make it better and better over the years, do different things, clear different areas, and
Possibly build something pretty cool on it.
possibly.
And the kids got a bass pond.
Yep. So thanks for coming along with us and watching and taking a look at our new investment. And if you would, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.